Have you ever had that feeling? Maybe late at night or during a boring meeting, when your mind drifts to a business idea you can't shake? You imagine how it could work, how you'd build it, what your logo might look like, maybe even what your first Instagram post would be. Then the next morning hits. Reality crashes in, the idea fades, and you're back to routine. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The truth is, millions of people dream of starting a business, but most never do. It's not because their ideas are bad. It's not because they're not smart enough or don't have talent. It's because of a few surprisingly common but very real reasons. And if you're aware of them, you can sidestep the traps that keep most people stuck. Let's talk about why most people never start a business and how you first. There's fear. Plain and simple. Fear of failure. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of going broke. Fear of everything falling apart. This fear is real, and it's powerful. But here's the twist. The fear doesn't mean something's wrong. It actually means you care. It means you're stepping into unfamiliar territory, and your brain is throwing up warning signs to keep you safe. The people who do start businesses, they feel that fear too. They just don't let it stop them. They act anyway. They realize that fear is a sign they're growing, not that they're doomed to fail. Then there's perfectionism. This one is sneaky. You might say, I'll start when I have more time, or once I've saved up, or when I figure everything out. That's perfectionism in disguise. It's a stall tactic. It makes you feel like you're being responsible, but really it's a cage dressed up as caution. There's no perfect time, no perfect product, no perfect plan. Waiting for perfect is just another way to stay stuck. Businesses aren't launched from a place of certainty. They're built through messy action, trial and error, and a lot of learning on the fly. Let me say that again. You don't need to have it all figured out to begin. You just need to start. Now let's talk about resources. One of the biggest myths that holds people back is the belief that you need a lot of money to start a business. And sure, some businesses require upfront capital, but many don't. In fact, some of the biggest success stories started with almost nothing. Just time, effort, and a Wi-Fi connection. We live in an era where you can launch a business from your bedroom, on your phone. Drop shipping, digital products, consulting, content creation, affiliate marketing. There are so many low-cost, high-potential paths. What you actually need isn't a massive budget. It's resourcefulness, creativity, the ability to solve problems and adapt. But let's be honest. Sometimes it's not just money. It's energy, time, mental bandwidths. After work, after the kids go to bed, after all the day's chaos, who has the daring to build a brand? It's a valid concern. Life is exhausting. But here's something powerful to consider. If you don't carve out time for your dream, someone else will always hire you to build theirs. That might sound harsh, but it's the reality. And the truth is, you don't need to grind 5 hours every night. You need consistency. Even 30 minutes a day of focused effort can change your trajectory in a year. Here's another reason people stay stuck. They don't know where to start. They're overwhelmed by information. Should you build a website first? Should you create an LLC? What about a logo, business cards, a social media strategy? The noise is paralyzing. But starting a business doesn't begin with a logo or a fancy name. It starts with solving a problem. That's it. If you can solve a problem someone has, and they're willing to pay for it, you've got the foundation of a business. The rest is packaging. Start with one simple question. What problem can I help someone solve? Don't overthink it. Maybe you're great at writing. Maybe you're good with numbers. Maybe you love organizing, or you've been through something others are struggling with. Your life experience is more valuable than you think. There's someone out there who needs exactly what you have. Another big barrier, comparison. We scroll through Instagram or TikTok and see 22-year-olds driving Lambos, people scaling their brands to 7 figures in 6 months. And it makes us feel like we're already behind. Like if we're not succeeding fast, we shouldn't even try. But what you're seeing is the highlight reel, the polished, filtered version. Behind every overnight success is a messy, painful journey of trial, rejection, pivots, and persistence. You're not late, you're right on time. The only timeline that matters is yours. Let's not forget about identity. Many people don't start because they don't see themselves as entrepreneurs. Maybe you think you're not cut out for it, that you're not a business person. That's just a story you've been telling yourself. And stories can change. Entrepreneurship isn't about being born with some rare gene. It's a skill. It's a mindset. It's learned through experience. Every entrepreneur you admire was once exactly where you are. Uncertain, doubtful, scared. The difference, they gave themselves permission to try. You might also think you need credentials, degrees, or a big network. But people don't buy from you because of your resume. They buy because you understand them, because you show up consistently, and because you offer something that helps them. You earn trust, not with a diploma, but with value. Now maybe you're saying, okay, I get all that, but how do I actually start? Here's the most practical advice I can give you. Start small, start messy, start imperfect, but just start. You don't need a full-blown business plan. You need a first step. That might mean talking to potential customers, posting on social media, offering a service for free or cheap to build experience, learning a new skill, creating your first digital product. Making that first sale, no matter how tiny, is a massive win. Then you build from there. Let the feedback guide you. Let the momentum fuel you. Adjust as you go, and when things get hard, and they will, remind yourself that this path is supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to stretch you. That's how growth happens. And while you're building, surround yourself with other builders. Community matters more than you think. When you're around people who are starting, creating, learning, it makes the journey feel less lonely. You share ideas, lift each other up, and celebrate wins together. One final truth: not everyone will understand what you're doing. Some people will doubt you, some will project their fears onto you. That's okay. Don't build your future based on someone else's limited vision. Protect your dream, nurture it, show them with your results. Most people never start a business because they wait for permission, but no one's gonna give it to you. You have to give it to yourself. The moment you stop waiting and start doing, that's when everything changes. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to believe that your future is worth building, and that you're capable of building it. So whatever idea you've been holding on to, that thing in your gut that won't go away, that whisper that says maybe you could, listen to. The world needs more creators, more problem solvers, more people willing to bet on themselves. Why do most people never start a business? Because they let fear win, because they wait, because they doubt. But you don't have to be most people. You can start today, right now. And when you do, you'll realize something powerful. It was never about being ready. It was always about being brave enough to begin.